My name's Satchmo. I'm from youtube.com/SatchmoPLAY, and I'm a game commentator.
Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another MMO Anthropology interview. I'm here with Satchmo in Neoncraft, as before, with the Up House now and Winter Wonderland. As for our first question, I'm going to split this one into two parts because we were supposed to hold this interview in the much vaunted Guild Wars 2. But first I'm going to say why Minecraft for the interview?
Well, Minecraft for the interview because Guild Wars 2 wasn't letting us play together. But I mean, I've played a lot of Minecraft. I've gotten to a lot of big build, like ambitious ideas, and obviously never finished them. But you know, me and a lot of my friends have gotten into big builds and stuff in Minecraft, and we've played a lot of survival games, those type of servers. So I've really liked Minecraft. It's one of my go-to games if I'm just bored and want to do something.
What kind of big builds did you get into?
Well, me and my friend Felix, he's featured on my channel. We've been best friends for a long time. I don't know, probably a year and a half ago, wanted to make this big RPG like city, but like not just like one city. We wanted to make like this huge landscape with like cities everywhere, and it was just like ridiculously ambitious, and that fizzled out real bad. But it was a crazy idea. We tried it.
Well, we wanted to do this in Guild Wars 2, so the proper question would have been, why would you choose Guild Wars 2 to hold this interview in?
Okay. Guild Wars 2, it's a kind of weird game for me right now. Like, a lot of people played Guild Wars 1 and they loved it and they just grew up playing it, and when they announced Guild Wars 2, everyone was just freaking out. They were like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for it to come out." I wasn't one of those people because I barely played Guild Wars 1, but probably a month or two before the release of Guild Wars 2, I ended up talking to my friend Felix, and he was just hyping up this Guild Wars 2 game for me. And I was just like, oh, it's going to be another crappy MMO game. And nice to meet you, Hot Piggy.
Yeah, we have a bandit.
Yeah. But, yeah, he was hyping up this game to me. And I was just like, yeah, it's going to be another crappy MMO game. And I'm not going to like it because I don't like MMOs. Like, I hated World of Warcraft. I didn't care for Guild Wars 1 that much. And I've tried, like, just other MMOs like EverQuest and, like, just a bunch of them, all of them, basically. I've tried at one point or another, and I just didn't enjoy playing them. But I started playing Guild Wars because I saw some of the like really big boss battle, fun looking, just beautiful like fights and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this game. And I've been playing it since the 3-day early release, and man, this guy's annoying.
Yeah, he is.
But I've been playing since the 3-day early release, and I've loved every single minute of it. And it just like, it's the game that I'm playing right now. It's like, it's just like my main game right now. That's all I'm spending my time doing when I'm not in school or out with friends, that sort of thing.
True.
Just that's my game right now, is Guild Wars 2, and I didn't expect it to be.
That certainly leads me into the next question, which is, what kind of MMO games do you play on a regular basis?
Well, I mean, if you would count like Diablo 3, I played that for a little while and I didn't really like it, but I mean, I played World of Warcraft for a while. I played it when it was just the original game, no expansions. I played that for a little while, and I just like got bored, didn't make it to the max level, and I just didn't. It was just whatever. And then I ended up playing when the next expansion came out, the Burning Crusade, and again I didn't make it to the level cap, and I was like, whatever. And I did it again with Wrath of the Lich King, and I didn't get to the level cap. I got the closest I've ever gotten though, but I still didn't make it. And I was like, I don't even want to bother. But the only MMO game that I play right now is Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2. That's all I'm playing, and it's pretty awesome.
What goes into helping you choose a particular MMO game that you stay with?
Well, it has to have like some level of always being interesting, and I have to have something to look forward to. Like with World of Warcraft, it was like, oh, I just need to get past this leveling so that I can get up to the awesome raids and PvP and that sort of thing. And with Guild Wars 2, you know, you're doing the leveling, and the thing with Guild Wars 2 is it's not bad. You don't just hate the leveling. It's like interesting. You can just keep doing it, but you look forward to those big boss battles, and then the big dragon at the end of the game, the Elder Dragon. He's just massive. You just look forward to seeing the size of these guys.
Right, and I know in that game you're playing more of a tankish role, a guardian, or like healer tank sort of thing. How is that working out for you? You mentioned that you had some trouble in the beginning, but you're having a much better time now.
Yeah. It started out, I wanted to figure out the class for myself. I didn't want to just go look up what somebody else thought of, and that didn't work at all, actually. I was trying to build up, you know, vitality and tankiness, toughness, and I wasn't tanky enough to just stand in front of things and take hits, and I didn't do enough damage to do anything else, and I didn't heal enough to just be a healer. So I just felt weirdly in between healer and warrior, like tanky thing, and I just hated it. I was like, I don't fit into any role. And it just didn't feel good. And anytime we would go into a dungeon, like level 30, it was up until about level 40 that I really didn't like playing him. But level 30, going into the first dungeon, just wipe after wipe after wipe. And we would all basically die, but I would die particularly because I was melee and I wasn't very tanky. So what changed was I ended up figuring out that rather than going for tanky stats like vitality and toughness, you can try and get a lot of blocks. What you have with a sword, one-handed sword, your 5 is it makes you block 3 attacks, and then one of your, don't know what they're called, F1, F2, F3. Your F3 shields you, and you have a lot of shielding abilities and blocking abilities, and then you have like a tree form that you turn into this massive thing that barely takes any damage, and you can heal people and protect people and all that. And it really, figuring that out really helped me not abandon the class, because I'd gotten up to like level 30, level 40, and I was just like, I really want to start over, but I'm not throwing away all the time I've put into this character at this point, you know?
Right.
So that was my problem, and that's how I solved it.
Excellent, actually. Tell me, how do you use online games and MMOs differently than you use other entertainment?
Well, I like to set goals for myself in Guild Wars. This is basically it. It's not all MMOs, because I only play Guild Wars 2, but I like to make a goal, and I'm playing for that. And if I have nothing to do the next day, I might stay up all night playing, because I really want to achieve whatever goal I've set. And any other form of entertainment, I don't ever set goals. I just have a good time, and then whenever I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
That makes sense.
And the social aspect to playing an MMO, like you get on and you're competing with your friends. You're getting on and you're like, oh, Josh is a level ahead of me. One of my friends named Josh. Josh is a level ahead of me. I better put in a few hours and get a level ahead of him. That sort of thing is what goes on. That motivates me to play a lot. And with other entertainment, it's not. I don't feel this friendly competition between my friends, and I don't feel this like goal setting kind of sense of achievement when I play.
True. So, we're running out of time for the interview, but I'd like to leave off for our viewers. What is your favorite or most enjoyable experience in an MMO game that you remember?
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go with the most recent, like the most fresh memory I have of just something that was awesome. I was with my two good friends that I've met online. That we've been playing games forever together. We've gone game to game, genre to genre. Felix and Initial, and we set out. Our first goal in this game was we want to fight one of the big bosses in Guild Wars 2. So we're going out and we're just like trying to figure out how to get to this massive guy that they showed in PAX 2010, the Shatterer. He's this giant purple lightning dragon, and he's just massive. You just don't even care if you die over and over again. You're like, this is just amazing to watch, you know. So we ended up searching and like just trying to figure it out. We got out over into the desert area. We went all the way up north in there, and we ended up in the Blaze Ridge Steppes, and we saw an event going on. We saw him flying overhead because it's just part of the atmosphere. Is he'll just like swoop in overhead and you'll be like, "Whoa, spooky," you know. And it's just like this amazing atmosphere going up to it. And then we got there and the event started, and it was just really lucky because it's like there's like a 4-hour timer on when you can do it, I think. Ooh. Something like that. And the event happened to be going, so Felix, he went and he started doing the event. I was under leveled. I was like level 38, and it's a level 50 event.
Oh.
But I followed them out, and it was just ridiculous when it finally happened. Everything was set up. We had all these mortars and cannons and stuff, and then the dragon swoops down, lands all roughly on the ground, and then it just turns into this massive battle. And that's like the best thing that's happened to me in a game in a while. It's just all this build up and this one thing I wanted to do, and in a few days really wanted to do it, and it just happened. And it happened with this great circumstance, and we had a great time doing it. So that's my memory.
Wow, thank you for that one. That does sound truly epic. Well, it looks like the snowfall has fallen, and this is about as much time we have for this interview. Everyone watching, thank you so much for staying with us this long, and thank you to Satchmo for coming along for this interview.
You're welcome.
So, everyone watching, thank you for coming. This has been another MMO Anthropology interview, and good night, and good dreams.
Do you play online games? Do you have Skype? Then we'd love to interview you on Massive Online Anthropology. Join the fascinating thousands who've spoken about their online gaming experience and be the envy of all your friends. Or at least get the MMO Anthropology Geek Merit Badge. Sorry, no t-shirt. See you then!